The sound of boots echoed through the villa above us. Men's voices barked in Neapolitan slang, rough and commanding. The heavy creak of the front door shutting was followed by the metallic click of weapons being loaded. Tommaso's grip on my arm tightened. His eyes darted to the stairs. "They came sooner than I thought," he muttered. "We have minutes, maybe less." Fear burned in my throat. "Tommaso, what do they want from me?" "They want leverage," he said, pulling open a drawer in the hidden room and handing me a small pistol. My hands trembled as the cold weight filled my palm. "If they take you, they own me. That's how they work. Family is currency." The footsteps above grew louder, searching the rooms one by one. A crash of glass echoed as someone knocked over a vase. My beautiful villa was no longer mine. It had become a hunting ground. Tommaso grabbed a duffel bag from the wall, slung it over his shoulder, and pulled me toward the stairs. "We can still get out through the back garden. There's a path down to the olive groves, if we reach the car." But before he could finish, the cellar door above us creaked open. A man's silhouette appeared, broad-shouldered, a shotgun gleaming in his hands. "Tommaso Bianchi," the man said, his voice dripping with menace. "Il Consiglio sends its regards." Behind him, more shadows moved. At least 4, maybe 5 men, armed. Tommaso shoved me behind him, raising his own gun. "You're making a mistake," he said coldly. "If you hurt her, you'll regret it." The man laughed darkly. "Regret? You should know by now, Tommaso. Regret doesn't exist in our world." He raised the shotgun. I gasped, frozen between the wall and the man I thought I knew. My mind screamed to run, to hide, to do something, but my body wouldn't obey. Then Tommaso's hand squeezed mine for just a second. A signal. A goodbye. Or a command. And in that split second, gunfire erupted. The cellar exploded with noise. Gunfire thundered in the confined space, deafening and blinding. Sparks lit the stone walls as bullets ricocheted. I dropped to the floor, the pistol Tommaso had given me clutched in both shaking hands. Tommaso moved like I had never seen before, fast, precise, lethal. He fired twice, and 2 shadows at the door crumpled, but the others surged forward, shouting in harsh dialect, their boots pounding down the stairs. The air reeked of gunpowder. My ears rang. My heart hammered so violently I thought it would burst from my chest. "Isabella!" Tommaso shouted, shoving me toward the far corner. "Stay down!" But as one of the men broke through the smoke, his eyes locked on me. He raised his gun straight at my chest. Time slowed. My breath stopped. My finger, almost on instinct, tightened around the trigger of the pistol I held. The shot went off. The recoil jolted me back, but the man staggered, clutching his shoulder, blood blooming through his shirt. He fell sideways against the wall. I had shot him. I had actually shot him. For a moment, the room blurred. My hands trembled violently, bile rising in my throat. I was not a killer. I was just Isabella Rossi, an interior designer from Florence. And yet, if I hadn't pulled the trigger, I would already be dead. There was no time to process. Another man stormed down the steps. Tommaso whirled, shot once, and the man collapsed. His voice was ragged when he turned to me. "You see now? This is what I've been hiding. This is the world I was born into. And now it's yours too, whether you like it or not." I shook my head violently, tears streaming down my face. "No, I didn't choose this. I don't want this." But the truth was clear. My choice no longer mattered. Il Consiglio had seen me. I was marked. The gunfire faded, replaced by groans and silence. The floor was littered with blood and bodies. Tommaso stood in the center, chest heaving, his shirt stained with sweat and dust. He looked at me not with anger, not with relief, but with a haunted certainty. "We can't stay," he said. "They'll send more. They won't stop until one of us is dead." He reached out his hand to me. "Come with me, Isabella, right now. Leave this house, leave this life, I can keep you safe, but only if you trust me." I stared at his hand, at the man who was both my husband and a stranger. Behind him, the cellar door creaked again. More voices, more footsteps. The reinforcements were already here. I had seconds to decide. Take his hand and dive into the darkness of his world, or run alone and pray I could survive the wrath of Il Consiglio. My pulse pounded in my ears. The shadows at the top of the stairs grew larger. And then,